All right, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in the world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayers Live. I'm just up, so I figured I'd come on here for about an hour and, create a safe space for chatters who want to chat without dealing with a lot of BS. And I'm making an AMA, like an Ask Me Anything, for those of you who may have burning questions for me. I don't know if anyone actually would have a burning question for me, but you never know. You never know. You need my help. What do you need my help with? Um, there is really no solid evidence that I'm in Houston right now. And if you've donated to somebody, you should never donate to anybody and expect anything in return. Okay? And whenever someone is requesting funds, do your research on that individual. And that doesn't sound like any sort of drama that I want to be involved in. So I'm sorry when it comes to whatever happened to you. I wish you the best, but I cannot help you. Again, I cannot help you. I think you're lying. So I'm just going to block you because you're being way too persistent. You're being weird. I don't have time for that shit. It's amazing how many people try to run scams on me. Doesn't work though. Doesn't work. Something I want to make clear in this live stream, the individual who I was friendly with, but who made it known he doesn't want to be friendly with me anymore, even though he should have probably just told me directly, though he didn't. But anyway, a guy known as LD Live, I just found out confirmation today that he'd been talking about that I'd slept with him or something when I met him. I never had any kind of sexual encounter with him. I never even kissed him. Nothing. He's not my type. I would assume I'm not his type. But LD, if you ever see this, don't lie about me like that. I know you got issues and shit, but don't do that. Only reason I know about it is because of that guy Skelly from Outcast Owls. He was talking about that today. And somebody else had brought it up to me too. So that's gross. And I was saying this in a previous stream. There's enough about me that you could talk about that's true, that's negative, to where you don't have to make shit up. But why would I expect anything less from somebody like that? So, anyway, what else is on my mind today? Not too much. Not too much. Just kind of planning my week, going through some files, stuff like that. Guess I'll bring up the chat over on this phone. That'll be easier. Hey Jennifer, how are you doing? I am great. I am absolutely great. Just looking at some stuff on Amazon. I've been streaming since before it was called streaming. I mean, I've been on the internet since the days of Prodigy, AOL, bulletin board systems, things like that. As soon as webcams came out, I had one. And really, what drove me into, I guess, showcasing myself online was when I developed my guise as Monica Foster when I was an adult actress. Actually, even before I was an adult actress, when I was a exotic dancer. But it was kind of just natural, like a natural transition from cam girl, adult cam girl, to what's considered IRL streaming today. And I enjoy it. It's like my own little reality show. My only criticism of it is I don't feel parents should engage in it. I really don't. Because you're putting your kid in a pretty precarious sort of situation by doing so. No problem. Thanks for asking a normal question. I appreciate it. For me, streaming helps me stay on task and consistently improve myself also. Because if you're showing yourself to people, you don't want to go backwards. You want to keep getting better. So for me, it's a little bit of a motivational tool. It's helping me stay on top of my weight loss, that's for sure. I'm actually making a list of some new clothes I'll probably be purchasing next month. It's been a while since I've purchased some new clothes, and I feel like if I'm going to be out there in the dating game, I need to have more than just yoga wear and stuff like that, you know? So I'm just taking a look at what all's out there. The first time, I'd have to go back to my days in the adult entertainment industry. Um, there were some occurrences of mothers who were not shielding their children from their adult camming. Okay, so that was something that I started writing about a bit, and of course, I got backlash from these women because they want to do whatever they want to do, and I mean, I'm to the point now to where I'll voice my concern a little bit. I'll put the entire thought, the complete thought out there, but the way I'm looking at it now, some people unfortunately are just trash. Okay? That's the reality of the world. Unfortunately, some people are just shit, trash, created to be no more than a working class to serve others. And that's a hard thing for people to wrap their minds around. And I know it sounds elitist to say, but sometimes you're just not meant to stop people from doing things. You're just not. And now, especially when I just look at how ungrateful certain people are and just how self centered and entitled certain people are, when I see them running at the cliff and I feel like they're going to fall off the cliff, maybe only 1 out of 20 times will I hold up the sign that says, you might want to slow down. And it's getting to where in the future it's probably going to be maybe only 1 out of 100 times. You gotta let people do what they're gonna do. But I'm glad that in the past I did try to help some people, but not so much anymore. That's a dark thought, Freddie. Freddie says, I'll take that a step further. Some people's only purpose is to be a parasite on society. They not only not have the ability to do better, they have no desire. You are correct. You are completely correct. That's a hard thing to really accept. At least it's been hard for me to accept it, but I accept it now. And I feel better. I'm a lot more self focused than I used to be. And, I feel like the next few years of my life should be pretty good. In the future, well, in the future, I'm probably going to write and direct small mainstream vignettes focused on romance. That's probably what I will do. But really, just like the rest of the year is just really just going to be the Alexandra show. There's a few IRL projects I'm launching and will maintain, but it's really just going to be the Alexandra show. There's some other streamers that I would like to enter the Alexandra verse from time to time, but I don't really need them because anyone who watches me is really just kind of all about me. Yeah, well, I've done some really good interviews over the past few years, Freddie. I've done some. My only mistake with some of the interviews has been that I've really wanted to give some people maybe more of a fair shake than they actually deserved. Um, that was just me developing, I think, though. There's not too many people at this stage that I would really want to interview. I'm not going to chase anybody down. And again, I'm really kind of self focused right now. I have a tremendous amount of videos out there when I think about it, more than most people. So, I feel like people can take the time to kind of catch up with me and everything I've done over the past few years. Yeah, I probably will, Jennifer. Oh, the owls, of course. Of course. I love them, yet I hate them. I love them, yet I hate them. Hmm. Anyone ever use a Mac Mini, a desktop Mac Mini? Because I'm kind of thinking that would be a good solution for me at this stage. I'm not sure. I need to learn more about it. Let's see. Here it is. I think it will work for me because it's small and it's portable. Because I really feel like I don't want to get a laptop again. I'm thinking that the Mac Mini might be just right. Let's
Hey
see.
guys, what's up? It's Carl here, back with another episode and continuing on the Apple train this week as they released three new products. We first had the MacBook Air, which I just dropped my very first video the other day, so I will leave it linked up this way. They also had the iPad Pro, which I'm also working on a video. Stay tuned till next week.
I love
And of course, the more
iPads,
low-key one, which was the
but I
Mac
just
Mini. This one wasn't as hyped. We only have a
don't
few
think
little
I want to
upgrades, so
get
here's my
a
unboxing
laptop
and review of
again.
Apple's small and mini desktop. So
Yeah.
you can see here, Mac Mini on the box, it's remained the same as last year. And like I said, it's even the same form factor. We've just got the standard box. As it is the Mac Mini, nothing else is included. It's just the computer. You need to grab your own keyboard and mouse.
Which is fine.
This guy actually slides out this way. So you can see the Mac Mini up top, and we will do some more ASMR magic.
Hmm.
So here is the Mac Mini in a nice space gray finish. You can see that the Apple logo is in the darker, almost black chrome. We've got the power output, Ethernet, 4 USB-C ports, HDMI, 2 USB-A ports, and the good old headphone jack. And other than that, we've got a very smooth piece, an expensive piece of aluminum. The rest of the box designed by California in Apple, very standard stuff. We've
I
got
wonder if it has
multiple
Bluetooth
removables
built
and
into it.
unfortunately just standard white stickers we can get by. And we just have the good old power cable, and that is essentially the unboxing. And the machining on Apple products is second to none. It looks great, it feels great, it feels like a solid block of aluminum. But like I said, if we bring last year's model up, these are virtually the exact same device. There
I
is
like that
no
it's
difference from what I
small.
can tell aesthetically. And if I mix these up, I probably wouldn't tell you which is which unless I plug them in. We'll take my space gray sticker from my MacBook Air. Boom. So this is the old one, I know, because it has a sticker. This is the new Mac Mini. So who is this device actually for, and
It's for
what's changed
me.
this year? We now have double the storage in each of the models. I know it isn't anything too crazy. So the base end, which retails for $800, you now get 256 gigs of storage. The $1,100 one, that will start off at 512. They're also now made out of 100% recycled aluminum, just like a lot of their products. So that's always good. But essentially,
Hmm.
that is the Mac Mini. So I am technically able to review this guy as my last gen model that already had 256 gigs.
All right,
When you
enough of
can
that.
stick this in a backpack, 256 makes a big difference. And in their setup, you do need to have a mouse, keyboard, and monitor. I'll go through some of for half or a third of the price of what said, I still think there's a bit of value for Mac Minis. You do need extra peripherals, and I don't think everyone needs a dedicated, say, iMac to run in their setup. You do need to have a mouse, keyboard, and monitor. I'll go through some of my recommendations. For keyboard choices, I've kind of pulled two. If you are in the Apple ecosystem, you may already have an iMac Pro, so this keyboard works totally fine. I am still a number pad fan when I'm doing my finances. I think that they're a bit easier to work with. And my second recommendation is the Logitech MX Master Keys. I don't think it looks as good as the iMac keyboards, but it does feel way better on the hands. The typing experience is easier, but I do think it's a happy medium between design and ergonomics. It's still got some of the space gray. It fits in well, and I think would match perfectly with your Mac Mini. Best recommendations, there's only one that I can really promote. It's the Logitech MX Master 3. The next thing which you'll need is a monitor, and this is a 4K LG. It's the 32UL950, USB-C enabled, so it should run off of one cable. Let's get this guy plugged in. And within a couple clicks later, we've got the Mac Mini set up. So we're just running a very simple setup. We've got all the peripherals connected by Bluetooth. We've got the one USB-C cable, and we're rocking a 4K image on a 32-inch monitor. So everything looks really good. But like I said, for the Mac.
Okay, so Bluetooth is built into it. That's what I was wondering. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Hmm. Yep, this is what I'm getting. Oh, I forgot to mention, I've decided just for a few select people, I'm opening my Discord again. The only way I'm gonna let anyone stay in there is if they verify who they are via video chat. So, just letting y'all know. But, got that going. Oh, I know. I know, Freddie. I know. All my, computer stuff, I'm only willing to get computer stuff if it's highly mobile. I'm still a minimalist. I have as few things that I own as possible. And I'm kind of trying to stay that way for a while. I like it. I like being very mobile with everything. But yeah, I've been trying to decide, what my solution is going to be for a certain kind of computing that I want to do because I need more power in a lot of ways than what my iPads can provide and what their capabilities are. So I'm trying to figure out the smallest devices possible, the most mobile devices possible for what I want to do. My biggest piece of equipment that I travel with is my music keyboard, and that thing is heavy. And I have been looking for a smaller solution. Haven't found one yet, though. Not that, not one that's the same quality. I think what I'm gonna have to just do is find a different case for it that has wheels instead of the case I have now. I mean, the case I have now is wonderful. It's top of the line, but it doesn't have wheels. I won't, I don't think I'll get a desktop again. I mean, I guess the Mac Mini is considered a desktop, but it's very small and it's portable. But I just don't see myself getting a desktop again because I just don't have the need. And I like the ability of things being mobile, and obviously a desktop is for the desk. And really, a lot of laptops now have the exact same capabilities as desktops. They most certainly do. Only way I would get a desktop is if I decided to live full time in my own RV by myself. That would be the only way. Because then the desktop would be mobile. But I don't think I'll be doing that in the next couple of years at all. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna make some coffee. Not just yet, though. Not this year, not next year, not the year after that, but then the year after that, I'm considering it for a year just to see what it's like. Yeah, yeah. In order to do that, you do need to have a home base. Like, you cannot always be in the RV. You just can't. I've observed a lot of people doing it online and whatnot, and so you do need to maintain like an apartment or a condo or something permanent somewhere, maybe even a tiny house. But you need to have that. But I think I am gonna do it. I guess it would be the year. We're in 2022 now. It would be the year 2025 for me. It's interesting you brought that up, Tony. Starting next month, yes, I will be doing that again. I've been really focused on the IRL stuff, but some of those projects, I found some other people to run those projects. And even if they don't, they're kind of self running. So I do want to focus back on porn news today a little bit because there are some things going on that I want to cover, but in a different way than I did before. They have some really cool RVs out now. I was taking a look at some of the newer ones. It's impressive. Yeah, I've been out of that loop for a while though, Tony. I've been out of that loop for a while. But I think what I'll probably end up doing is just covering people who get my attention, people who I think are interesting in that world, maybe some reviews of some of the newer sites. And I'll probably focus on the niche when it's the crossover from the adult into the mainstream. That's probably what I'll really focus on. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking me about that lately. There's a certain media outlet that asked me, well, they kind of offered me a job, but I declined because I just didn't, I don't like working for other people. That's not for me. Yeah, I'd rather get a RV that is specifically designed to be an RV. I don't want to. I was thinking for a while I would want to totally customize something, but no, no, no. I'll just get something that's probably like 1 or 2 years old, something like that, when I'm ready to go that route. But, I think that would be a fun thing to do. And I already know I'm a really good traveler. I'm really good, with traveling. And I mean, for me, being in an RV traveling, I mean, that would be kind of like a luxury. But, it'll just be, a component of the Alexandra show. I would use it for, work related reasons too. But yeah, yeah. But I don't, I'm pretty much anticipating remaining single. Even though I'm dating and everything, I don't, I would be surprised if I ever got married again or anything. And I like traveling by myself because then you can do whatever you want to do. I don't like having to deal with other people at all. I mean, they are really coming out with some really cool, really cute RVs because I think a lot of women are thinking like I'm thinking. They're like, okay, I want to change the scenery. I don't want to have to deal with any guy, really. And, you know, LD Live, I heard everything you had to say about me. Uh I don't think bad of you, but don't communicate with me any further. All the best to you in your life. All the best to you. But yeah, I think I would get either a class B or a class C. One of the two. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Asian imported RVs I've seen, but you have to catch them like right away. Like you have to be ready to buy, have the money, and just go and pick it up because they get picked up just like that. Everybody wants those. And then you'd have to go through the whole process of getting it registered properly and whatnot. So it might be more hassle than it's worth to get one of those, but you never know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really thinking seriously about this until about 2025, so I'm sure things are going to change by then. But I mean, there's this one RV, like I'm looking at some right now, the Thor Gemini. That would be an option for me because they're often built on like a Sprinter chassis. And I mean, keep in mind, see, I would end up having mine customized a little bit on the inside. Like, for example, I wouldn't need a queen bed. It's just me, you know? And if I met anybody that I wanted to sleep with, they need to have their own place, you know? And I don't even want it to be comfortable enough for two people because I want to be by myself. I don't want anyone seeing me and being like, hmm, maybe I could hitch a ride with her. Fuck no. I want to be by myself. So, I mean, I could even have a twin bed or maybe just like sleep in the loft area. I'm fine with that because here's what I would want in my RV. I would want my RV to be centered around my art production, my music production, and my multimedia production, online content, stuff like that, right? So what would be most important to me would be like a good work area, a permanent place for my music stuff, permanent place for oh, and I like cooking too. So I would want a little bit of a more functional kitchen in my RV than most RVs probably have. So those are things I've been thinking about. But yeah, the Thor Gemini, that might be for me. It looks like a spaceship inside. It's really modern. I like it. The kitchen doesn't look that bad. I would just need a little bit more of a kitchen than what. Well, maybe not. I mean, I could always get like portable burners. Like if I really wanted to cook. I just don't like how the sink is so tiny. I want more of a sink than that. Thor Gemini. I mean, I'm looking at the newest one. So by the time I would be ready to get one, it would already be 3 years old. Because, like I said, I wouldn't be doing this until the year 2025. But it's a 23 footer. I guess I could sacrifice. The only thing I don't like is that the sink is really tiny in the kitchen. I would want a bigger sink. What other options are there? I mean, what I could really do, I would have to get a special license to drive it, but I wouldn't be opposed to getting one of those Class A's. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Hell, something like that I could use to run over my enemies also. Just kidding. Oh, but yeah, because that's like a bus. Don't stand in front of one of those. Oh, I haven't looked at this. There's something called the Thor Quantum. Hmm. Yeah, these are nice. I mean, they're all the RVs nowadays. They're pretty nice looking. You just kind of have to decide whether you want to get a Class B or a Class C. But for me, I think I would just get a Class B because it's just me. Mm-hmm. I would even consider getting something like that lifted and put on all-terrain tires because then I could really go off grid if I wanted to. Because I do want to. I want to go off grid. Not for long periods of time, but sometimes. Get away from people. I mean, some of these are a little bit too much as far as like features. Like one thing I don't think I would want to get would be something called a slide out because that's just something to that would end up breaking, you know? Then you got to put in the thing for repair and worry about all of that. I don't have time for that. I think my best bet would just be to get a Class B. Ooh, Tranquility. This one looks. I think that there's somebody out there thinking like what I'm thinking, and they're designing these for me. I mean, this one's kind of pricey, but I'll have the money by then. Virtual tour? Yes, take me on the virtual tour. I like the Class Bs because they look more like vans, and they're probably better on gas than the Class Cs because that's another thing that you have to think about the gas prices. Hopefully, by then, gas prices won't be as they are right now, but you never know. Yeah. This, I think this tranquility would be the right solution for somebody like me because I could see in my later years, like maybe in my 50s, having like a Class A or a Class C. But I mean, really, I'm looking at more of this as a solution to being able to go wherever I want and not having to worry about accommodations and being able to take all my gear with me for whatever it is that I want to be able to do. That's how I'm looking at it. And I would feel more comfortable driving a van, I think, than a big RV. Exactly. It comes with these all-terrain tires, which is nice. And it looks like it comes with a awning built onto it too. Has a hitch. I wouldn't need the hitch because here's what I would do. I wouldn't ever want to like tow a small car or anything. I am going to get my motorcycle license. Yes, I am. And that way, when I'm docked somewhere, or if I'm boondocking, or if I'm like, wherever I am, I won't have to, like, if I want to go to the store, I won't have to, like, move the van or the RV. I could just jump on my motorcycle. That's my fantasy, okay? Because I have this fantasy about being even more adventurous than I am, but I want to know how to ride a motorcycle. So that's what I'm gonna do. That is what I will do. And then I could have the motorcycle. I could have that on the back of my rig. You know. Ideally, I would want to get like a one of those Goal Zero motorcycles. They don't take gas. You just charge them. And they're silent too. Yeah, this is the vehicle that I want right here. Tranquility. Yes. Yes. That's the dream. It's nice inside. I like it. I even like the color of it. And you're right, it's 4x4. It's a 4x4. I could go anywhere in this thing. Yes. I like the setup of it. This is like the perfect travel vehicle. It's well thought out. Hmm. You see the layout. And I love that they have the swivel chairs. Mm-hmm. This is for me. It's a bit expensive, but you know, you gotta pay to play. And see this one, see, you know what? They probably did like a lot of surveys before they put this thing together, because it does have a larger sink. And I was just saying that I didn't like that tiny sink in that one. This one has a larger sink, which is great. And I like how they have the storage under the bed. Yeah. It's probably good on gas also. All right, I'll have to remember that. Tranquility. Oh, here's one with more pictures. I even like the color of it. They're basically mass producing the custom vans that a lot of people have been building on the ProMaster chassis. It's nice. Oh, here's another one. Scope. I haven't seen this. Let's see what they have. I like when they have the pull-out bed instead of like the permanently fixed bed. I like that. It's been nice talking to you too. Have a good day, Freddie. I'm probably gonna log off in about 10 minutes. Yeah. The scope might even be a better solution. I don't know. I mean, they're both tranquility or scope. Scope seems to have more storage space, which is important. Hmm. Substantially less money, too. I mean, really, the whole point of getting one of these vehicles is just to be able to carry all your stuff and to have your own, bathing facility and bathroom. That's really what it is. That's nice. Oh, I haven't seen this one before. Sequence. They have so many different models. Oh, there's no pictures because it's too new. Alright, folks. Well, even though I'm yawning, I'm not going to go to sleep yet, but I am going to log out of here. So have a nice day, everybody. Bye bye.